Do you feel that Adrien is secretly in love with Marinette but doesn't know it? Because we all know it's true, right? Our sunshine boy Adrien has just really given us so many clues that he likes Marinette, but it could be he just doesn't know he loves her. One of the main points that leads me to believe Adrien is in denial is from the episode Frozer. And the thing I want you to take away from the episode is that Adrien is more focused on Marinette than the actual girl he's on a date with. You heard me right. Once again, Adrien is giving special attention towards Marinette. So, are you ready to analyze? Well, let's analyze. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of when I upload. Let's get started. So we know Adrien begins to have a crush on Kagami and wants to spend time with her. Ew. Anyways, Adrien invites Marinette on their date because he is nervous to be alone with Kagami. Marinette accepts and decides to bring Luca with her, so they arrive at the rink and everything is fine, but then here's where this whole Adrien liking Kagami thing gets confusing. Adrien is with Kagami, but then slides over to go talk to Marinette. So he has the opportunity to spend time with his crush, but then goes away to talk to another girl? Aggressed, does that make any sense to you? And here's where part of my theory comes in. Could Adrien sliding over to Marinette show that he subconsciously wants to be close to her? Because why is he ditching his crush to go talk to Marinette, who he considers just a friend? Like, he's giving more attention to Marinette. But it does not stop there, y'all. The tea is still being spilt. Okay, so here's the next point. As Marinette and Luca skate away, Adrien's eyes track them. Like, why is he so fixated on them? Like, what is this look, Adrien? Are you jealous that Marinette is skating away with another boy? I truly don't know, but this look is definitely suspicious. Like, look at his eyes, just follow them. What does that mean? It seems off. Like, it doesn't seem like a normal reaction to your friend skating away. Like, I don't know. Okay, but let's continue with the tea. Remember how I said Adrien subconsciously wants to be near Marinette? Well, keep that in mind, because once again, Adrien focuses his attention from Kagami to Marinette. When Marinette falls and both Luca and Adrien rush over to help her, I just want to say, Adrien, she already has a guy to help. Why did you rush over to her? So could this be again revealing Adrien's subconscious desires? Because he is not focusing on his date as well as he is his friend. How is he giving more attention to a friend than a crush? This must be like revealing Adrien's whole soul or something. Like, he must really want to be by Marinette because his actions are speaking way louder than his saying of she's just a friend. Okay, so you might think that Adrien has already exposed himself enough. No. So the thing about this episode is that it is really repetitious in the fact that it shows Adrien focusing his attention to Marinette. Like, something about this episode just shows that something is off. Like, he just keeps going back to Marinette. Like, what is this boy doing? But guys, seriously, think about if something is repeating itself, think of how important it is. Like, it's not just one time that Adrien went to go talk to Marinette. Like, he is constantly, going over to her. So he must want to be near her, right? So when Marinette leaves to the bathroom, Adrien goes after her. And, leaves Kagami. And, I don't know, this is just weird. We've already discussed that. But following this, Plagg senses that Adrien has a crush on Marinette. But of course Adrien rejects the idea of having a crush on her. But listen to this. Just listen to Adrien say this.
You're supposed to be in love with Ladybug, and now you ditch Kagami to go after Marinette?
Me? Going after Marinette? No, she's just a friend.
Does he seem confident in what he's saying? Yeah, I don't think so. The way he is saying these words, he sounds very unsure, and it sounds almost as if he's questioning his feelings for Marinette. Okay, but not only does Plagg sense Adrien has a crush on Marinette, but so does Kagami, because she gets curious as to why Adrien decided to invite her in the first place. And she gets pretty jealous and decides to show off her figure skating skills because she wants to impress Adrien. And then at the end of the episode, She assumes that when Adrien states, "I'm not changing my target," that he is talking about Marinette. So both Plagg and Kagami sense Adrien has a crush on Marinette. So they must sense like a chemistry between the two of them, or that Adrien acts differently around her. Because both of them think that he likes her, so he probably does. Okay, next point, and I'm excited to share this. So you know at the end of Frozen when Marinette tells Adrien, "We should go and skate at the ice rink more often." That's all good, right? But look at what Adrien does next. Adrien asks,
You mean just you and me?
okay, but emphasis on the "just you and me"? Adrien, she did not say that part. Adrien assumes the last part was about it being just the two of them. He could have assumed she meant him, Kagami, her, and Luca, but he didn't. He assumed she meant just the two of them. Is that what you truly want, Adrien? To be alone with Marinette? Is it? To make matters even more obvious, as Adrien asks this question, he tilts his head, and according to this website, changingminds.org, tilting the head sideways can be a sign of interest, which may be in what is said or happening. It can also be a flirting signal, as it says, "I am interested in you." Okay, that's enough. If you want to read the rest, link will be in the description. So as to touch on what I said earlier, is Adrien's question in reaction with the head tilt revealing what he truly wants subconsciously? Like, does he want to be with Marinette but doesn't know it or is denying it? Because everything is adding up. You are being exposed, Adrien. Plus, he even touches her shoulder before he leaves. Physical contact? Yes! A sign of having a crush. You want a reason to touch them. So now I'm going to discuss why Adrien is possibly denying feelings for Marinette. So in Frozen, we know that Marinette invited Luca as her date. But the problem with that is it opened up the idea in Adrien's mind that Marinette has a crush on Luca. Which she slightly does, but of course it's nothing close to Adrien. We can see as we go to the episode Stormy Weather 2, as Adrien considers who the Valentine's Day card is from, he rules out the idea that the card is from Marinette, and part of that is because he thinks that she likes Luca. And Adrien goes through this thought process where he actually considers Marinette likes him but denies it because he thinks that she is a friend who likes fashion and assumes she likes Luca. So first off, Marinette kind of messed up because she hasn't been open with her feelings with Adrien. And she invited Luca, so he thinks Marinette likes Luca, not him. And watch Adrien's facial expressions as he goes through this thought process.
No, Marinette couldn't possibly be in love with me. She's just a friend who loves fashion. Besides, there's Luca.
Adrien looks sad, thinking she doesn't love him. And it kind of looks as if he is giving a fake smile when he says, "Besides, there's Luca." Okay, so what if Adrien is not more open about his feelings because he thinks that Marinette doesn't even see him romantically? I cannot take the stress. Because Adrien seemed open to the idea that Marinette liked him, until he recalled in Troublemaker when she said she did not see him in that way. And then he remembered in Frozen when Luca and her went ice skating together. Because look at his face, he looks sad thinking she doesn't like him. Guys, I can't do this. No. Okay, we're done.